I want you to know that starting a fitness journey is really hard and you're not alone. Whatever your health goals are, it can be a daunting task to start exercising regularly. As a physical therapist and a personal trainer for over a decade, I've definitely had my fair share of errors as I've continued to progress and kind of dial in my craft. If there's anything that I want you to take from this video, it's to take some of the wisdom that I've gained over time and apply it to basically the first steps towards a healthier lifestyle for you. I think first, understanding your why. It's so important to understand what is motivating me to live a healthier lifestyle. For some people, it could be losing weight. For some people, it could be building strength. For other people, it could be, I want to age more gracefully. I want to decrease risk of falls. I may just want a better social connection with people that are like-minded and want to get healthy. And the best thing about having a why for living a more active lifestyle is that it can change and progress over time. It doesn't have to stay the same. And it's important to have one because we want to be able to stay motivated and stay focused on trying to achieve that reason for being more active. Set realistic goals. One of the most important things as a physical therapist that I do is I need to make sure that my goals are realistic for my patients. In the fitness world, I also want to do the same thing. So as you're starting your journey, I think it's important to be able to break things up into a short-term goal and a long-term goal. I like to think about the long-term goal first. So my big goal is that I would like to run a 5K in the next year. That's a great goal to have. It's something that's super attainable. It's not too far out of reach. And by creating some shorter goals, I think that we can get there. So if we look at a short-term goal to kind of play into that long-term goal, my goal over the next month is that I am going to run half a mile 3 times a week. So that goal is going to feed into your large goal. So we're always working towards it. So just keep that in mind when you're building these realistic goals. Number 3, it's important to choose the correct exercises to achieve those goals and to achieve your why. So if my goal is that I would like to run a 5K within a year, I'm not going to go to the gym and just do bicep curls. That wouldn't make any sense. I need to have some cardiovascular training, and it could be running, but it also could be riding a bike or rowing or swimming, because that's going to help with my muscular endurance in order for me to achieve the 5K. Obviously, you want your exercises to be more specific so that, if my goal is to run, I think that I probably should be running with my training. Something to help with my running, I should probably build a little bit more strength in my legs. So squatting would be a great exercise for the running that will in turn help me with my long-term goal. So, a lot of people start to overthink these things, but try to keep them as simple as you can. Now, how often should you work out? I think so many people get hung up on this. You think that you need to work out every single day for the next year straight, but your body, it's not, your body can't physically handle that. I always say start off slow and build up over time. You can't go all in with your chips. You need to just slowly start increasing how much you are doing, or your body's going to reject any exercise that you're doing. So start off the first month once a week. Just dip your toe in, okay? Once you're getting consistent, because consistency is ultimately the goal, then we can start building how many times a week. All right. My optimal working out for me is 2 to 3 times a week, and that can be working out in the gym. That could be doing some other type of activity, whether it's running, walking, those things I would count as a workout. As we start to slowly build up, it's important that you listen to your body. If you're sore for 3 to 4 days after working out, then that was a lot on your system and it needs time to rest and heal up But that doesn't mean you can't do exercises for other parts of your body. So that's why when I'm building a workout program, we call them splits, where maybe on a Monday we're doing arms, on a Tuesday we're doing legs, so that way we're not working the same muscles back to back. You may have a break on Wednesday, and then you would go back to legs and arms. So you're just splitting it up. So you're not consistently hitting the same muscle groups over and over and over again. And that's where a personal trainer or someone that is well versed in fitness can help you out in creating kind of a program for you moving forward. And please make it enjoyable. If you hate running, don't make that a goal, or don't do that as an exercise. There's so many different forms of exercise out there. There's no reason that you should be doing something that you hate in the gym or anywhere else. All right. So find the things that you like to make them more enjoyable so that you'll stay more consistent, and you can always, basically sprinkle in some of those things that you may not love. Like, I know so many people that hate doing squats, but we always can find a way to incorporate them so that you're doing them and you're getting the positive effects of them, but you're not harping on, I'm doing a full squat day. That just doesn't make sense. And that's not going to help you in the long run, because you won't be consistent with it because you don't enjoy it. Now, overcoming common barriers. I think addressing some of the common obstacles in the way that we all deal with, no matter if you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, or if you're advanced in fitness, is that we always try to do the path of least resistance. So when you're not feeling like working out or being active, you may try to convince yourself that there's a lack of time. You may feel like you have a lack of motivation. And, as a beginner, one of the bigger ones is you lack the confidence. All right. So just know that these things can definitely be overcome. So if you have a lack of time, scheduling something out so that you know that this period of time I have to work out is going to be a great thing. You could also make plans with a workout buddy so that you're holding each other accountable and getting into the gym. And then there's other ways too. So if you're going to a group fitness type gym, you're building basically a community of connections of like-minded people that want to do the same thing as far as getting healthier. And you may have different whys, but you're all there and you're all working together. And that's what will keep you going to the gym. If you're still not as confident as you feel like you should be going into the gym, my last tip for you is seek professional guidance. It's totally normal to start off with a personal trainer or some type of group fitness class, because that's going to get your foot in the door. That's going to make you feel a little bit more comfortable with doing exercises, making sure that you're doing them appropriately and correctly. And it helps to limit some of that risk of hurting yourself. I think that you could compare starting working out with starting to learn how to dance. Dancing has so many different techniques. There's proper form, there's proper cueing that I have no idea about. And the only way that I would be able to learn about it would be seeking help. So it's very similar in the fitness world. There is appropriate form, there's appropriate cueing. What equipment should you be using? Where should my hands be? Where should my feet be? What should my back be doing? There's a lot of moving pieces, so getting some help to start off is always recommended. So please, if you are seeking help and you don't know where to turn, please send me a message, put a comment down below so that we can talk and chat about it and get you going into an exercise program safely and effectively, because I don't want you to hurt yourself starting a fitness program, because if you hurt yourself, then you're more likely not to return to fitness, and that's not beneficial for you or anyone else.